You can just leave it at that.
It's like literally, that's all I gotta say. Like, yep, that applies to everybody. Doesn't matter what country, doesn't matter what age group.
Nope. That should have been the Doors song.
Oh, there is something I need to bring in.
You're a fucker. Okay. I am starting.
Okay.
Whoops. I like that. I'm not.
The following program is for adult audiences only.
This is
Eric and Gord. What if we're right?
Live right now.
Are You Ready?
Find and like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram.
Well, hi there. Happy Monday. April the 6th, 2020. Eric in Kelowna, Gordon Milton. And I was wondering this. If a tax on sugary drinks is supposed to make me buy less sugary drinks, does that mean taxing my income is supposed to make me want to make less money?
No, by taxing your income, that means you do make less money.
Oh, that's true. Either way, I think it's a bad strategy. Hi, world. How you doing? Welcome. Thanks for listening. I got a funny little thing that I'm not particularly upset about, but it's weird. Before I get to that, I will say hi to Mike at Pit Lane Parlay, the #1 IndyCar and racing podcast in the world. And I think we're going to see them go virtual from now on, because why wouldn't you? You can't tell the difference. I want to tell all the writers in the world, if you're a writer and you need some help, some guidance, how to go, check out thecompletecreative.com. That's a website started by a friend of the show, Russell Nolte, who is the publisher for Wannabe Press. They make all kinds of great novels and graphic novels and the like. So check out thecompletecreative.com or russellnolte.com. That's Nohelty. And he's got for writers, for readers, just for cool guys in general. Check him out. Buy some shit. He was a great interview.
Yeah, there's no denying.
So before I get to Eric and Gord stuff, I just want to say my weird thing, which is our Canadian listenership is at an all-time low. Only 50% of our audience is Canadian. That's the lowest it's ever been. I don't know if it's all the Trump talk or not enough Trump talk, or I don't know what's going on, but Canada is not digging Eric and Gord. And that's just fine, because it's not that 50% is somewhere else. So it's not like we're just down. We're just down in Canada. We're up in weird places. So not weird. You guys aren't weird. You know what I mean? It's different.
Fuck you, Canada.
No way. I still love you, Canada. But if you want to really show your support, listeners around the world who are making up that 50%, our listenership's up, so I'm not complaining. You guys are great around the rest of the world, and Canadians, you're great too. I know you're just busy coronaing it up. But if you really want to support the show, check out our new website, ericandgord.live. It is much, much cooler than any website we've ever had before. And it's still under construction, so there might be a little thing here or there that doesn't work or whatever. But I did try to make it more mobile-friendly than the last one. Like, I put it out, I showed it to Gord, and it looked like shit on mobile, so I fixed it. So it's better.
Oh, that looks really pretty on the website.
So check out ericandgord.live. Yeah, it does look good on the desktop, eh?
I'm actually up on the Eric and Gord stuff.
Oh, Eric and Gord stuff, yeah. Eric and Gord stuff. Hey, good transition there, buddy. ericandgordstuff.com for all your Eric and Gord merchandise needs. Great deals. The shirts are not $17 right now. They are less than that. I don't remember.
I can pick a size.
Let's say $15. I don't care. Whatever. And the first 5 people who buy something from ericandgordstuff.com get a pen and a postcard, which is worth more than their weight in gold. Trust me. All good stuff. And since we're babbling on about it, let me just say quickly: if you need some knives sharpened, you're in the Milton, Ontario area, don't take any chances. Take him to Gord. And if you take him to Gord wearing an Eric and Gord t-shirt, he's going to give you half price on all your knife sharpening needs.
Goddamn right.
To a limit. There's an asterisk on that. It's not half price for the rest of your life or something stupid. But wear an Eric and Gord shirt. Show us that you love the show. Hey, did you get your cards today? I got a thing from Vistaprint saying you're supposed to get them.
I haven't checked my mail. I'll check my mail slot.
Fucking, if I could say one thing about coronavirus, it's that UPS has fucking sucked since this thing started. Like, UPS was shitty to begin with, but they did not get better because of coronavirus.
I was going to say, I don't think anything's really changed with them.
Well, their company's called Oops. What do you expect?
Right. Oops. Sorry. Oops.
So,
dumbasses.
I'm going to start off the show today with some retractions from yesterday's show. These are just editorial retractions being made by me. I'm not saying there's a fault in the research. I'm just saying these stories don't add up. First of which is the tiger story from yesterday's episode. It doesn't add up. Doesn't add up. It's a long-known fact that felines can't get or transmit this, like COVID. There is a similar SARS-CoV-2 that can infect cats. There hasn't been a positive test. As of March 30th, not a single positive test in a feline or a dog anywhere in the world. Cats can get a feline coronavirus, which is called feline infectious peritonitis. Feline infectious peritonitis, which is similar to COVID, but not enough. If you look at it under a microscope, they're totally different. So, I probably wouldn't have tested the tiger because they know. Like, any vet worth his fucking license would know this. So...
yeah, and this is what I don't understand. Like, they've already concluded that COVID cannot be transferred from human to animal. They've already proven this.
No,
and all of a sudden now an isolated fucking tiger?
Yeah.
How does a tiger in a zoo? No family pets have gotten it, but yet a fucking tiger locked up in a cage in a zoo gets it. It just makes no sense. But then again,
if it can't go from animal to human, then how did we get it from bats?
No, it can't go from human to animal.
Yeah, okay, whatever. So that story doesn't make sense. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I agree. It's fucking retarded.
The other thing, now, I can't confirm this as of yet, but the CBSA, that's the Canadian Border Protection Service Agency, is saying that the 3M shipment was not held up because of Trump's stupid order. They're not saying it wasn't held up. They're saying it wasn't held up because of what Trump said, and they're not saying why it was held up, and it's a big diplomatic fucking shitstorm today.
Yeah, well, anything going over the border, no doubt, is going to be a fucking mess right now anyway, so...
but they're saying it's not Trump's fault. So that... the other thing that I need to dispel the myth of, and you're going to hear me talk about this a lot this year, I promise you. Is it possible for 5G to somehow transmit coronavirus? No, it's not. It's not possible. It's a different type of radiation that doesn't affect your cells in any way whatsoever. So there's no way to attach something that could affect you to it. That's just not possible. It's not that type of radiation. It's the same type as heat, visible light, and radar. It's non-ionizing radiation. It doesn't affect your DNA. So it's just not possible. It doesn't work that way. Plus, 5G has been 100% fully operational since April of 2019 in the US, Germany, and South Korea. So if somehow Corona were linked to it, cases would have started showing up months and months and months before they did.
I agree to that.
So, sorry. It's just not possible.
Yeah, not a whole lot about a lot of this shit is.
I'm just saying. I don't mind. Just keep bringing on the conspiracy theories. I love them. And some of them do sound good at first. And I like that about them. And then I like to tear them apart. So, that's all fun stuff. If you disagree with me, feel free to shoot me an email saying, hey, fuck you, and I'll send you a pen. Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina at gmail.com. It also does not cause coronavirus.
Although, anything with her name on it, you just don't know.
Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina at gmail.com. So I told Gord that I was going to share some happy COVID stories before he gets to his news. So I got a couple of happy stories for you. The first of which, I'll start off with the easy one. It's not quite as happy as the second one is actually like, yay. Italy. I've never been to Italy. I know a lot of people who have. And I guess Italy has been renowned for many, many, many years as one of the filthiest places on the fucking planet. Like, you don't want to sit down on the benches in Italy. It's like a festy place. Since this happened to them, never been cleaner. Cleaner than it's been in 100 fucking years. The whole country's scrubbed right down. It looks beautiful. It's a wonderful time to go to Italy. So that's some good Corona news. For the first time in 100 years, the place isn't fucking disgusting. So there. That's something Italy can be happy about during this terrible time.
I suppose.
That's a happy Corona story. Here's another happy Corona story. And this is something you got to remember to counterbalance the news and how bullshit everything that's being said is. Because of the economic slowdown caused by this, air pollution in China is better than it's ever been. Rough preliminary numbers.
Yeah.
Preliminary numbers are at least 100,000 people will not die from air pollution this year. That probably would have. So
that's incredible.
With coronavirus has actually saved 100,000 lives in China this year. So there you go. That's a happy Corona story for you. 100,000 people aren't going to die because of coronavirus this year. Who would have died from air pollution? So how many
incredible.
How many have died worldwide? 30,000? We're still up.
Yeah.
We're still up by 70. We still win. So all you population control conspiracy theorists, the numbers just aren't working for you. Do the math. We're ending up with more people than ever. We're just crapping out babies all over the place, and we're saving Chinese people, and they love to have babies.
How dare you?
That's a happy story.
We just dared.
There's some happy Corona news. I kind of rushed through all of that. Jesus Christ, it's only been 13 minutes, and I'm done. Good night, everybody.
That's it. We're done.
So those are my happy. I'm only sharing happy Corona stories from now on. You can do whatever you want, Gordon and World. Feel free to tell me to piss off. Do it by going to ericandgord.live and go to the contact page and tell me to piss off. That's all I have for happy Corona news yet. There's more coming.
Okay, that's all you got so far.
That's some good stuff, though. 100,000 people are alive in China. They love the virus, and they're not polluting. So little Greta should be happy too.
Thing. Yeah, that's right.
Totally I don't know what little Greta thinks of this.
Gives a shit. I care not what that little fucking thing says.
How dare
or
you?
Thinks or says. Oh, suck a fucking homeless dick, bitch. Just don't care.
Um,
Useless puppet.
that is. That's it. That's all I got.
That's all I got. Okay.
That's all I got for now. I'd like to
Okay.
say I'm saving the best for last, but I'm not.
No.
What do you got, Gord? What did you find out today?
Well,
What the fuck was that?
here's what I got. You just had a ding on your computer, didn't you?
No, I don't know where the hell that came from.
Yeah, you do. You're going to find out.
That was weird.
Okay. So, well, I'm going to start off. Let's just start off here. National. Fucking. The Ivory Coast. Africa. The government there was setting up a coronavirus center in the district of Yopougon.
A center where you could go and get coronavirus?
No, it's where they would go to for treatment.
Oh, okay. That makes more
So
sense.
the building was there intended as a treatment center, a testing facility. So yes, you could go there to get it. It's a testing facility. But protesters in the area around it destroyed the building, set it on fire, saying it's too close to us. So they set the whole fucking thing on fire.
It's the devil.
And destroyed it.
Oh, good
So
for them.
that's what I'm saying. I mean, if it's not doing if it's a testing facility, I don't know if I'd want that near my house.
No, of course not.
That's not what I'd want near my house.
Why would you want to test anything that might affect your chances of getting malaria and dying this year?
So yeah, so
It's
there's
not
that.
true.
So.
Some of them get AIDS first.
And Ebola. Don't forget about that.
They don't give a fuck about Corona. They just wanted to burn
No.
shit. See,
They just
I love-
wanted the excuse.
You think a one world government could control that kind of fucking shit? We're setting up a Corona camp. No, you're not. Bye-bye.
No, if it was a one-world government, they wouldn't tell them we're setting up a Corona camp. They're just going to go in there and inject them all, watch them all die.
We're now
All
the
right.
one world
The
government.
problems are now gone. Let's move on to the fucking rest of the people.
Yeah, they're not. Like I said, countries like that don't give a fuck. What are you going to scare them with? Every day they wake up to AIDS, Ebola, and tigers. What are you just going to scare them?
Anti-aging cream. I gotta live longer.
They just eat it.
Just add to their mud fucking rice bowls. I don't think that was racist. I don't care. Whatever. Fuck it. So there's that. I don't know if you've heard,
Nope.
but the British Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, yesterday was admitted into hospital because he has coronavirus.
All good Corona news today.
And today he was moved into intensive care.
Yeah. He's an old guy.
He's an old guy, and he's clearly not a healthiest dude in the world. He's 55. Apparently
not old
his
at all.
wife is apparently his wife is like 29 or some shit.
Yeah, attaboy.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was
Well,
hoping that she'd be mentioned this somewhere, but apparently not.
He's taking Brexit a little too far. You don't have to go that far, man.
Like,
Just
geez,
leave it.
dude.
You're leaving the European Union, not the Earth, you weirdo.
These people just can't not take shit too far. Christ almighty. How old is... I want to find out how old his wife is. Her name is Carrie Simons.
I don't care.
I don't care. Fuck, I don't want to bother. Fucking, I hate laptops so much. So yeah, so he's been moved over to intensive care.
That sucks. Not that this has anything to do with anything, but is he popular? I'm not sure if he's popular. I don't know.
He
if he's
actually is.
well liked.
He is for the most part, he is well liked.
They're
he's
pretty...
not as overtly hated.
Yeah.
I think it's more line of he's not as hated as everybody else was.
Fair enough.
Because he's the only one who actually got a solution to Brexit done where nobody else could. So
Indeed.
I think people respect him for that. Even though it was all the legwork was pretty much done, he just walked in and said, "Just fucking sign the first deal." Jesus. So Trump did his thing today on the news. Or sorry, not today. It was on Monday. And again, he is pushing the anti-malaria drug, saying that it's all good, everything's good, and yet it still hasn't been approved anything for fighting coronavirus. Trump's talking about that this is going to be the thing that's going to save us all. Everybody should get it. Oh, God, he's such a fucking moron.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
he's got to say something, right? So,
yeah. Here's what he says, and this just goes to show, because this is an actual part of his speech on a Sunday. What do I know? I'm not a doctor, but I have common sense. What have you got to lose?
Yeah, he's right.
You're so eloquent. You're fucking moron.
He's right. And even if he's not, he can always counter it, right? Because if you go, hey, Mr. Trump, how do you feel about how everything you said about coronavirus since the very start is total bullshit?
I don't give a damn.
Ah, yeah, I see. You pretty much ruined America since you've been president.
I don't give a damn.
Yeah, I thought that's what you were going to say.
Don't be rude.
I wasn't.
Trying to be good. Even Dr. Fauci, the White House doctor who is everybody loves and respects. Cause,
he's like the Neil deGrasse Tyson of fucking medical.
of medical. Even he has said that there's only anecdotal findings that the drug works, meaning they have absolutely zero proof whatsoever that it's actually going to help, if not make things worse. Because one of the things it can do is if it does mix wrong, it'll just stop your heart. Apparently.
Well, so you may get a virus that probably won't kill you, or you could try this and your heart might stop. It's your choice.
What do you got to lose? Trump. Fucking retard. So there's that.
Yeah, they do this with drugs. Things like this pop up with drugs all the time. There was a thing that they thought for a while that thalidomide stopped AIDS. Like it stopped AIDS from growing.
What is thalidomide? I've heard of that.
Thalidomide was a drug that was supposed to curb morning sickness, and they gave it out to a lot of parents in the 70s, and then they started having babies with no arms and flipper babies, and then they stopped selling thalidomide. So, but then in the 90s, it came out that thalidomide might work against AIDS. It was a ballpark outside thing, but at the time, they were throwing whatever they could at AIDS. And so this shit, like, it happens with drugs. You'll find it works on something, but it could be a one-off. It could be a freak thing, like it just worked in that guy. Or you never know. It takes like 20 years for the truth of drugs to come out. So this might be something. It might be fucking nothing. Who knows? Trump certainly doesn't know.
Yeah, well, Trump doesn't know a whole fucking lot, but
I think it's probably I don't understand why we don't have any sort of a better answer about an antidote to this thing or a vaccine, whatever.
Well, that's because that shit takes a long time for testing.
I don't think
and
this
everything
is
else.
it. Unfortunately for Trump, there's no magic answer that's going to turn Corona's going to be okay. Like he wants him to go, I've got this thing and now it's all okay and I did that. That's not going to happen. There's no way this turns good ever. So he's shit out of luck.
Yeah, well, fuck him and just fuck him.
I'm right back to the fuck him.
Yeah.
Although I like his approach to things, I really do. But it's not like he's good for the world.
No, he's not. He's not good for anything. So
I would like the world to just listen to Trump for 1 week. That would be hilarious if we actually just did what he said and just took his advice and like just watch the destruction. Like we all go, oh hey, Trump said the malaria. Everyone take the malaria drug and we're fine. No more social distancing.
You know, I caught a video in Ohio. There's a church that was still having, what do you call it? Still doing their in-house sermons and stuff, services. And so this reporter was like trying to flag down vehicles as they were pulling out, and he's got video of them like hugging each other and shit, like as they're going in, and everybody's shaking hands, you know. And so he stops this one lady, pulls on her, says, "Can I ask you?" He goes like, "No, why are you here?" She's like, "Well, why wouldn't I be here? Of course I'm going to be here. I have to be here." And he's like, "But aren't you afraid of like infecting anybody?" Or she's like, "No. I stay home and I do this," and then he goes, "Yeah, but you go out to like you got to go out to go things." She goes, "Yeah, I go to Walmart, I go to this place, I go to this place, and I go to." She names like 5 different places that she goes to. It's like, why are you going to so many places? First of all, but whatever. And he goes, "Yeah, but aren't you afraid of infecting anybody?" She's like, "No, I have Jesus's blood. I have Jesus's blood all over me, so I don't have to get it." Well, she goes, and I don't have to worry about getting it from anybody else because I'm protected by Jesus' blood. It's like, wow. Oh, wow.
Well, yeah, but if you believe that, then you're going to die happily because of it. So good. Whatever.
As you spread it to others. But again, you're only spreading it to people just as fucking retarded, so it doesn't matter.
Who's going to Ohio? This is one of these places that doesn't have to worry. She probably has nothing to worry about because nobody fucking goes to Ohio. These meatheads in northern Canada who are, oh my god, we're so isolated and scared. It's exactly where you want to be, you fucking meatheads.
Northwest Territories, you gotta love the news for the way they promote this one. They're like, pandemic worsens in Northwest Territories as numbers double to 4.
Yeah, there's only 12 guys up there.
I'm just like, come on, like 2 more cases brings it to a double. Hospitals are overwhelmed. I'm like, you can't handle 4 people in your hospital at once. Come on,
no,
like just stop.
Hospital's only got 1 bed. 2 of them got to share. 2 of them are on the rollout sofa in the lobby. What?
And the other guy's in the doctor's lounge.
Like, what are they have to do? You're never going to come up with a decent news story of anything happening in the Northwest that's remote, in Northwest Territories that's like even remotely exciting or interesting to anyone. That's not true. Remember last year we did that story where like 1,200 bears took over the town?
Yeah, that was
fucking
awesome.
Sick. But other than that, like unless it's something that involves polar bears, it's not going to be interesting at all. And yeah, your numbers are never
polar
going to be...
bears or moose.
There's nothing. Like literally, if you average it out, it's probably 1 case of coronavirus every 4,000 square kilometers or something.
Yeah, if not more than that. That's insane. as you're Canadian, as you might have known if you've been paying any bit of attention to any bit of the news, Quebec has the most strict rules in play in all of Canada right now to curb this coronavirus. They also have the highest number of outbreaks in the entire country, but, whatever. So they put a lot of harsh stuff into place. And as with anything, when you have
Now,
new
keep in
rules
mind that-
being brought into...
Sorry,
Yes?
you finish your
Go
sentence.
ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just going to say they're also very populated, and their population is very densely compacted into parts of that province. So,
Absolutely right.
the fact that their numbers are higher than everywhere else, it's because there's more people. It's not actually that much worse there.
No, it's because they're idiots and they're French and they deserve to die. Just saying. And I stand by that. Go fuck yourselves. Fuck you, Quebec.
I don't agree with him. Neither does the show.
Don't care. So there was this woman in Montreal. It was her birthday. And, initially she was hoping to have some people over, a bunch of her friends and everything else to come over. But of course, with the virus and everything else.
I did hear this story. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So this is pretty crazy because what had happened was, unbeknownst to her, she had no idea this was actually going to happen, but a whole bunch of her friends ended up driving up her street and wished her a happy birthday from their cars. So they all stayed in their cars. They all parked a couple of meters away from each other. So everything was done to basic law of what they're asking for. They had a couple of little cardboard sign things saying happy birthday. They sang happy birthday through the windows, and that was it. No, the lady stayed in her house behind her glass door. And she videotaped the whole thing. And that was all it was. People honking their horns. That was all it was. Not a big deal, just a really, 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 really nice gesture. 10 minutes after everybody left, the cops show up. And they told her that she is that the police promises to issue a $1,546 fine for not following the laws of the social distancing in place right now.
Well, she didn't know that they were doing that, so it's not. She didn't do it. She doesn't get the fine.
She did nothing wrong. But they've handed her the fine. And she, on her phone, because she still had her phone in her hand, she's like, I have it on video. You can see where it was. Cop says, nope, don't want to see it. Don't care. There is a complaint, therefore that's it, you're fined. It's just that fast.
Well, that's fine. You go to court and you contest the fine. You can contest any fine you get. I contest every single one I've ever gotten, just because you can.
It will be interesting if and when she can contest this into court, though.
No,
that's
she can.
the interesting thing I'm wondering.
You can contest any fine. You can appeal any fine you get until it goes to the Supreme Court of Canada. Any fine, ever. That is your right as a Canadian.
So I guess it's just a matter of whenever courts open, everything gets rescheduled, whatever, then it's just a matter of making her time to get into the court to fight it.
Exactly. It takes a long-ass time. The last one I did, it was 9 months or something before I got a court date.
Jesus Christ.
And that's for my protest, because I drink in public on purpose to protest 420. And I got an open alcohol fine last year.
Yeah. The actual reason for the fine, I actually have it right here. It's roughly 10 minutes after the brief serenade. Montreal police came knocking on our door, told her that she should expect a $1,546 fine by mail in the next few days. The reason? Troubling the peace and disregarding social distancing.
Wait, but you said she wasn't aware, though, so it's not her fault. So go appeal the ticket.
No. Oh, fully. I fully agree with you.
If the cars had... now, you're not supposed to be in a car with people, so if the cars had more than 2 people in them, then you're fucked. Your friends have to pay the fine.
They are fucked, not her.
Yeah, exactly.
But why is she getting the ticket? I mean, that's what makes no sense. She says that they also threatened her with 6 months to 1 year in prison if they had to intervene in her home again.
Well, I would
that's-
say don't have them
it's not
intervene and you're home
harsh.
again.
Yeah, right?
Here's my advice.
Call your friend to say, don't fucking wish me anything anymore.
Because here's the thing. It doesn't matter, really. Just don't fucking do it. If whatever they say in your area, wherever you are, whatever they tell you to do, just fucking do it and get this shit over with. It doesn't matter what's right and what's wrong anymore. They don't give a fuck. And really, you shouldn't either. Just do what you're told and let's get this over with and move on. I want to go to the beach this summer.
Yeah, agreed.
Don't want this shit
apparently in
August.
Quebec, they also...
And if you get a fine, contest it. Every fine, always say you're contesting it. Always. It's free.
Yeah.
And nothing. There's no repercussion. You just, if you lose the case, then you pay the fine, or you challenge it to a higher court. Like you can take it as far as you want.
Yes, that's very true. Yeah.
So always do that. Every traffic ticket, everything you get. This is not to you, Gordon. It's to everybody. Every traffic ticket, everything you get, bog down the courts with it.
Unless if you're blatantly guilty of it.
No, even if you're blatantly guilty, all the judge is going to say is, you are obviously blatantly guilty of this. And you go, well, I tried. Because half the time the cop can't get the time off work to show up in court anyway, the guy who issued the fine. And if the guy who issued the fine doesn't show up, you automatically win and it gets tossed out.
Yeah, it's true.
So you got a 50-50 chance of the cop showing up. Which usually, he's probably not going to bother. Plus, if everyone who ever gets a traffic fine bogs down the courts with this shit, or any kind of fine, eventually the government's going to go, hey, cops, stop handing out so many fucking fines. And then they will.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's true.
The same way you crash a website. You can crash anything. You just have to do it with real people.
The exception to that rule seems to be photo radar, and I can attest to this directly because I got nailed by a faulty photo radar machine.
Yes, you did.
And I fought that in court, and I'm like, I wasn't there. I had the text on my phone to prove of me saying I'll be leaving Milton, and it was an hour and a half after it said that this photo was being taken in the opposite direction. And so it just made no sense. And I still had to pay the full amount, which was like $290. And the only way to prove it was to get the maintenance records from the city, which you're not allowed to have.
Why not? If they're by the city, they've got to be under Freedom of Information.
Apparently, maintenance records are not public information. Apparently. You might be able to get lucky to get a form of a work order of somebody ordering somebody to go in to say something has to be done, but you cannot actually get a hold of the actual work records to prove that the thing was faulty.
Anything that a government writes down is ours. It's
supposed to be public.
It's all public. So I don't care if it's maintenance records. I don't care what it is. It's all it's all public. It's all freedom of information. The fucking Canadian government is the best at telling you it isn't and making it difficult to get, but it fucking is. And don't let them trick you into that shit.
Oh, I couldn't get it.
The problem for guys like me and you, and this transposes kind of to everybody to a certain degree, is to do a lot of what I say costs a tremendous amount of money, and you end up very, very broke and homeless in Vancouver doing a podcast that makes no sense because you're homeless. Challenge, but you need a good lawyer to get freedom. Like, government officials have hard times getting freedom of information out of fucking Justin Trudeau. Like, they don't fulfill even for themselves, they don't do it. Like, they make it very, very difficult, and they block off people so you can't get at it. And guys like me and you can't afford the lawyers it takes to fight the real battles that we should be fighting. That sucks. So if you want to pursue it, you can end up living with your mom in Lake Country when you're 41 fucking years old. But at least you took a stand. That's you end up like
sure.
You end up like me,
I get it.
or you just fucking toe the line like everybody else. And that's cool. Like, I'm not saying end up like me. I'm just saying, you know, if you have a good lawyer, do it that way. That would be much more ideal. But then again, if everybody did it my way, things would change.
Oh, that's very true.
Well, not even everybody, just 51%. That's all we need. 50%
That's
plus
it.
1, actually.
That's just.
So sorry, Quebec lady.
Sorry.
Or, I mean, how do you
Quebec lady.
I don't remember how you apologize. Whatever. Excusez-moi.
Voulez-vous que veille avec moi? I don't know. Over the weekend, officers doled out nearly 70 fines worth $1,546 to people disregarding social distancing, including a group of teenagers that were playing fucking soccer.
Yeah, see, that part I still don't get. Outside physical activity should be good. You're maintaining your health, and you're outside. That should all be good. But I don't get the stopping people from being.
In order to get the ball from the guy, you have to be up right beside him, and that's not social distancing.
True,
apparently.
But I think it's stupid. For young people, should be out exercising at least once a day. Even fucking prisoners get an hour a day.
Yeah.
Like, if you're in solitary confinement, in total lockdown, they still give you an hour a day to fucking exercise. Like, use your heads when you're social distancing. Let your kids out in the yard to exercise. And cops shouldn't be fucking idiots about it either.
See, but that's the problem, though. The cops are going to be. You're going to be hard-pressed finding a good set of fucking cops that are going to show up and be like, hey, guys, seriously, just go home.
That's because cops are hunks of shit. Look at the people who become cops.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They're all fucking 26 years old jocks who used to beat us up in high school, but they can't work at their dad's car dealership anymore, so they got to find something. They thought, they were going to be selling 5-liter Mustangs their whole life and everything was going to be great. And then that just changed, so what do we do now? I don't know. I can't get a real job. I can't qualify for fucking university. What am I going to... I'll be a cop.
How can I get even? I know.
It's either those guys or it's the guys who like used to blow up their GI Joes, and you'd come over to their house and they just had a bunch of shredded toys. You're like, what the fuck are you doing? They're strapping fireworks to all their shit, blowing it up. Those guys are like, I'm gonna get a job where I get a gun.
We're speaking of gun, by the way. Gun sales are skyrocketing in the U.S. since they've made it.
Well, yeah, because crime is gonna go up.
Yeah,
I predicted that a month ago. Just wait. Crime is a coming.
It's very true. It's gonna be brutal when it hits.
Especially since I just heard news sources yesterday. All the news sources I paid attention to were finally reporting the story that me and Gord reported on about the Van Gogh being stolen from the museum. The regular news is finally getting around to that story.
Just getting that?
So people are going to be like, oh shit, why didn't I think of that? Everything's closed. I should be robbing it right now. It's going to catch on real quick now.
There you go.
So yeah, I can see gun sales being way up.
Yeah, they are definitely going right up. I don't have it in Canada's for this one, but I do have it in the U.S. I'm kind of surprised by this. Uber Eats has released their most common or most popular items that are being delivered since the pandemic has broken out. And do you want to guess what the two most popular items are?
Vodka and condoms.
No, we're talking straight food. Straight food.
Oh.
As in ordering from restaurants. So you're ordering from restaurants.
I'm going with fried chicken and Yoo-hoo.
Fucking you. No. French fries and miso soup are the two most popular items. See, but what that tells me is those are both side dishes you get with a meal. So not exactly accurate, because nobody's just ordering a miso soup on its own. You get that whenever you order more than two pieces
it's like
of
free
soup.
with your food.
Yeah, exactly. And then same with French fries. You get fries whenever you get a burger, whenever you get ribs, whenever you get anything, you get fries with that.
So that's strange.
So,
well, yeah, but see,
it's
the average number, that would make sense, because 4 orders with 4 different burgers, but they all get the same fries. So that, it's 4 times the amount of fries on that order, right? So that's why it would show up as the more than whatever.
But I mean, again, so that's not showing it as the most, because these are
totally
these are is completely inaccurate. It's so unbelievably inaccurate.
Like, if 100 people order something that come with a side of fries, then yeah, you're going to be like, holy fuck, 100% of people ordered fries. Well, no, they ordered 100 different things, but they all came with fries. That's not fucking...
Right.
See, this is what fucking news does. They give you stupid stats like that. You go, what the fuck? Doesn't even make sense.
Now, I do have it broken down for the top item ordered from 35 different states.
Thank God, because I was going to say, if you didn't, this conversation is over.
So, we'll just really quickly go through it here. Arizona, French fries. California, Chicky Tiki Masala. Colorado. Huh?
God damn it.
Chicken Tiki Masala?
That's a condiment!
You're going to love this. Colorado, carne asada fries. Connecticut, burrito bowl. Florida, French fries.
Burrito bowl! Listen to yourself! My God damn it.
Georgia, pad thai. There's an actual dish. There we go, pad thai. Hawaii, barbecue mixed plate. That's the number one thing being delivered. French fries in Illinois, waffle fries in Indiana.
That makes more sense. Those are delicious.
Yep.
It's the same. It's a fry. It tastes the same.
But it's big and it looks like a waffle. Iowa, a large poke bowl.
Yeah, I don't even know what a poke bowl is, but I'm sick of them.
Yeah, I agree. Kentucky, pad thai as well. And Louisiana, chips and queso.
Yeah, yep.
Maine has cheese pazzo bread.
Yeah, I'll go with Maine on that one.
So far. Maryland. Maryland. It just sounds weird.
I do that too.
Right? When you read it, you say Maryland, but you know it's Maryland. Egg, bacon, and cheese.
All right.
I'm not good for that one. Massachusetts, burrito. Makes sense, because after you have one, you have to take a massive 2 shits. Michigan, pad thai. Pretty popular in the U.S. Wow. Minnesota, garlic naan. Again, side dish. Missouri, crab rangoon.
Yeah, cool. Okay, cool.
Whatever. Montana, enchiladas. Nevada, chicken teriyaki bowl.
Yeah,
New
Montana.
Jersey, chicken sandwich.
If you want Mexican food, you said enchiladas in Montana. Hells yeah. You want some Mexican food, Americans? Go to your friendly neighborhood, Montana, and eat some shit. The Mexican food in Montana is fucking amazing.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, isn't that interesting? I always thought you'd go to BC for that.
Best fucking like tacos I've ever had
Mexican
in my life. Like, there's taco places everywhere, and they're all incredible. And we went to, like, every town. We spent, like, a day in every town in Montana. We were down there for, like, 8 days or something. And I think there's only 8 towns. Maybe we did the whole state. But it was awesome. The Mexican food was the shit. The only other thing I had was Burger King. It was just Mexican food and Burger King. That was it.
That's it. That's kind of awesome. So yeah, New Jersey got chicken sandwiches. New York, jerk chicken. North Carolina nachos, Ohio not so fries, Oklahoma spicy tuna roll. That's awesome. That's one of my favorite things. Oregon, fuck off computer. Stop. There we go.
Yeah, you know what comes with spicy tuna roll? Fucking miso soup.
Yeah, exactly. Oregon, fried chicken. So there's your fried chicken. Pennsylvania, cheesesteak. Rhode Island, hot dog. Most popular thing
Give
delivered
it on
is
your
hot
Rhode
dog.
Island.
Yeah. South
like
Carolina, French fries.
You can't go wrong with
Tennessee. Oh, it's true. Tennessee. Hang on, my shit's fucking frozen again. There we go. Tennessee and Texas, both pad thai. Wow, pad thai is very popular in the U.S. Utah also has that carne asada fries. Virginia French fries. Washington French fries.
hot dog. You got to keep in mind.
Washington with. Yes.
These stats are very, very skewed. They're skewed. Number one, it's released by Uber Eats. So this is people. Well, who the fuck orders Uber Eats? Everyone orders from Skip the Dishes. So, but it's like 19 people in probably every state.
Last one on that list was Wisconsin is crab rangoon, which I need to find out what that is. Apparently, it's quite
Rangoon, I believe, is like a jambalaya.
Oh, is that what this is? It's a crab jambalaya. Interesting. I can look that up.
Or like a gumbo. Something like that.
Oh. I could go for that. That could work for me. So yeah, aside from now, here's something that'll just make me and you kind of giggle. They even released their listings of the most popular beverages. I don't have this by state. It's just have like the top 5 beverages. Soda, number 1. Never saw that coming.
Yeah, gee, shock.
Just wow. And then iced tea being second. Really didn't see that coming.
Really, the number one go-to if you can't get your favorite soda. Everyone goes for iced tea. These aren't even fucking stats that, like, oh my god, the Guinness Book of everything that's really fucking obvious.
So soda was number 1. Thai iced tea second. Horchata. You know what the fuck horchata is?
Horchata?
I've never even heard of it.
I know what
Horchata. I've never heard of it before. That's a drink. That's the third most popular. Iced coffee next, and lemonade are the top 5. The most delivered soups are miso, wonton, hot and sour, egg drop, and chicken. So literally everything from the Asian places.
Yeah,
nobody's ordering soups.
You order
Chinese
food, you get free soup.
Exactly. The most loved desserts. You're a fan of desserts, Eric?
I am.
So, I got the top 1, 2, 3, 4, top 5 here.
Death by chocolate?
No. Didn't make the list.
Yeah, things with death in the name probably aren't making the list anytime soon. Just saying. You might want to change the name of your thing.
Death by Corona chocolate.
That's just people in the rest of the world just must fucking hate it when we have shit like that too. It's just like death by chocolate. You might all get malaria or air pollution or coronavirus, but we're so fucking fat and spoiled. We joke about dying from eating so much fucking chocolate.
We name our desserts over death.
You guys can't even feed your kids because the coronavirus has put you out, but we eat so much chocolate we could die from it.
And there's restaurants out there that you do die in from eating their food. So what
a fucking gluttonous, disgusting North American concept. Okay, so it wasn't that.
So it wasn't death by chocolate. The first one, I'm going to give you a clue. So it is obviously a dessert. I'm going to give you a clue. Coffee.
Coffee?
Can you get it?
What?
Yeah. Yep. And there's a clue. It's got coffee
what do you
in
call
it.
that crap?
Coffee in it.
What do you call that thing?
Yeah.
I forget. I know what you're
you call
talking
it?
about, though.
Yes, you do. Tiramisu.
Tiramisu, thank you. I couldn't think of the fucking word.
No problem. A super popular, I believe it's a Greek dessert. Baklava.
What? Bullshit.
Is it baklava Greek?
These are
Or
people
is it-
who got their Uber Eats from Starbucks. No one eats baklava. Come on. Jesus Christ. Nobody eats baklava. This is bullshit. I don't even know where baklava is from, but if you go there, no one eats it.
I think it's Greek. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure it's Greek.
Go to Greece. I guarantee nobody's eating it. And they're laughing at this survey. You ever tried baklava?
Number 3.
Baklava tastes like bathroom tiles.
I actually don't mind it. I don't mind baklava. I mean, I'm not going to go to my way to order it, but, I don't mind it when it's made right.
Did I hear you say cheesecake?
Cheesecake is the next one.
That makes sense.
That's good. The next one, I have to admit, I was shocked at the next one because I didn't even know you could order this from a restaurant.
You can order anything from a restaurant, especially right now because they're all hurting for money. You'll be able to order whatever you want.
This one still takes me aback. I'm just shocked to see this as an option on, not just an option, but an option popular enough to hit the top 5. Banana pudding.
I could see that because
Not that popular.
You probably use it in a lot of other things. Like, so you've got a lot of banana pudding kicking around, so you try to sell it when people aren't buying other stuff.
I guess. I don't know. That one got me. When I'm reading the list, I'm looking, really, banana pudding? Really, over top of cake?
Keep in mind. Yeah, but this is the same people who ordered fucking baklava and miso soup for dinner.
It's true. The last one is churros. Was the last one.
No, I think it's all bullshit. And I think if you did that survey in Canada, it would be wildly different.
I actually bet you would be pretty similar.
No way.
Pop would be the most popular drink order that people would get with it. Soups would be fucking miso soup because a lot of people do love their fucking...
No way. Beer and corn chowder.
Ew. Fucking hate corn chowder.
No, I
really don't
we should do our own survey. We should just cold call people and do surveys. I'm going to do that. If we do an episode tomorrow night, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come up with a survey. I'm just going to call people all night and do a survey. Ask them my questions.
Well, hell, all we got to do is just go up on Milton Talks. Hey, all you guys are ordering food. What are you guys ordering? I want to see what the most popular thing is.
Yeah, I'll put a survey. I'll do a survey show tomorrow. I'll start cold calling people. I told you guys, if you didn't start calling me, I was going to start calling you. It's on. Tomorrow night, if Gord's in for an episode, we're going to be calling you, asking you some questions about what your Uber Eats is dropping off these days.
Hey, by the way, crab rangoon, it almost looks like a dessert. It's a pastry with crab in the middle that's deep fried.
Isn't that what I
said?
It
is. No, you said it's like a jambalaya.
Yeah, same thing.
It is nothing like that at all.
Maybe not the way you make it.
I'm looking at every bunch of different recipes for it. Fuck you. When I make it, it's like a jambalaya. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But yeah, it's wonton wrappers filled with cream cheese and crab.
Okay, if I liked seafood, that would be good.
Appetizers. Oh, I bet you they're delicious, but I've just never heard them before.
No, they've got seafood in them, so they taste like balls, but that's cool.
That depends on how much cheese is in it. You put enough cheese in that shit, you won't notice the crab.
The only thing that should eat fish is other fish. Fish is disgusting. I
love fish. One of my favorite meals is pan-seared fucking Cajun catfish. Fresh filet.
Disgusting.
Oh, good. So delicious.
How dare you?
There we go. That took a while.
Fuck you. Fuck you, bitch. That's all I gotta say is fuck you, bitch. You don't understand. Last night, I actually kind of a little bit above and beyond for dinner last night. I actually made a fettuccine noodle with a saffron cream sauce.
Ooh.
Went a little bit special on that one. I'm a big fan of saffron. To make a saffron cream sauce, this is not something you would eat on any form of a regular basis. I mean, there's a ton. All it is butter, whipping cream, onions, and garlic.
That sounds like a real rarity for you.
Yeah, it's rich. Like, I mean, like I finished eating, I was sweating, and I wasn't sweating sweat. I was literally sweating butter. Like at the end of that thing. Oh, if I had a black rag, it would have came off white from the cream. Oh,
I think that's
God,
why half the people who pretend to like seafood so much, they just like butter and garlic. That's it. Nobody likes lobster. They like butter.
I'm going to try to argue that. I just don't know if I can. I face it. It's the only reason I love escargot. Because it's cooked in garlic and Parmesan.
Half the shit that comes out of the ocean, that's what people do. Oh, you can't even taste the fish. Well, then why are you eating
it? Simply because it's got garlic and butter.
It doesn't even taste like fish. Well, then there's no point. Just eat the fucking butter. Stop pretending. Damn you people and your lies.
Love garlic butter.
Yes, everybody loves garlic butter, and there's nothing wrong with that. Stop lying and slathering it on a fucking crustacean. Look at that word, crustacean. That sounds delicious. It has two words in it that don't. Crustacean.
You make extremely valid points. I mean, I can't argue that. But
this show is known for that.
But when it comes to seafood, I'm very limited on what I don't like. I don't like mussels or clams. Just not a fan of either. Or oysters. Just don't like any of those. I love scallops. That's the only thing that comes from one of those shells that I love. Scallops are fucking delicious. But sea urchin, or as the Japanese call it, unagi. Holy crap, is that shit disgusting?
Of course it is. Look at that.
It's so bad. Like, the only way to describe it, if you were to go down to the bottom of the ocean and just scoop up that shit, that sediment, and just put it in your mouth, that's what it tastes like.
Well, yeah, that's what sea urchins are.
Oh, it's disgusting. Oh, and people are like, oh my God, it's got such a unique taste. No. Go drink your fish tank water. That's fucking gross.
That's the thing. Like, some guy did it no one looked at an oyster and thought, yeah, I gotta try that. That looks delicious. Like, some guy fucking tried it by accident, and then he didn't want to look like a jackass, so he told everyone it was good. And then everyone wanted to agree with him, so like, yeah, it's good.
Yeah, well, I guarantee you, it's all because some dude fucking got stuck on an island, and one washed up and he ate it. So, like, what did you fucking survive on? Oh, dude, I ate these black spiky things. Just like eating the ocean floor. It's gross, but it gave me some substance. That's all I had. And I guarantee some chef was like, huh.
Yeah, no, anything. 90% of what people eat in their country is because that's all you fucking could get. So, there's foods that make sense because geographically that's all you could fucking eat or you would starve. So, yeah, you ate weird shit like beets and roots and fucking urchins, whatever. But in the developed world where we have Uber Eats, you don't need to lie anymore. You don't need to pretend, oh, I like it because my mom liked it. No, you don't. Nobody likes liver. You're lying.
You're eating it out of habit.
We're in the freest, most wonderful world. Even in Corona lockdown, we still get whatever we want all the time. You don't have to lie and eat stupid shit and try to convince me that you're not lying.
Stop lying. Oh,
People
it's just so
drive me
fucking funny.
nuts when it comes to food. You just I like the crust is the best part. No, it's not. Because if it was, you would order just the crust.
You just, yeah, it's true.
Nobody does that. That's how I know you're lying. So I don't know why I'm so angry about food. Because I have nothing to get angry about. I got to find something.
You gotta find something. I'm just reading the comments under this quarantine list here, and there's three comments that are genius. One says, after reading this list, I now have a better understanding of why people are hoarding toilet paper. The other one was, this article was a clear demonstration of how bad the country needs to go back to work now. So I thought was great. And the last one says, I would have expected a lot more Chinese food, pizza, and a lot more barbecue. Something's off here. Yeah, the fact that they didn't mention any main meals, they just mentioned side dishes.
Yeah, because it was probably pizza, Chinese food, and barbecue was the fucking thing. And they
Right?
Those all come with fries, miso soup, and fucking baklava for some reason.
Somebody asked, what the heck is pad thai? And somebody goes, I think it's a cow patty, but from a water buffalo. I don't know. Liberals love it.
That makes sense. It's one of those things that someone said it was good. One of these fucking celebrity chefs made it good, and then people went out. Remember fucking pesto? When that just exploded and everything had to have pesto? And then one day, someone listened to whoever was talking about it on their podcast 20 years ago and went, okay, wait, he's right. Pesto's fucking gross, and we all stopped eating it. Thank God.
I love pad thai. I'm actually a big fan of pad thai.
It's just one of those things. It was pesto, and then it was fucking chipotle. Everything had to be fucking chipotle. Everything. All of a sudden, your toothpaste was chipotle, and your chipotle beer, and chipotle this and that. And then someone went, hold on, it's fucking, we don't need chipotle everywhere. We did it with fucking cilantro. Nobody likes that shit.
Yeah,
cilantro, the most useless fucking thing in the world.
I would rather parsley, and parsley doesn't even have a flavor. Cilantro's
one of those things
wrong.
that some fucking Wolfgang Puck motherfucker says he likes, and then people go, oh, well, if he likes it, then we all have to. No, we don't. He's rich and weird. You only have to like that crap if you're rich and weird, and you hang out with rich, weird people who talk about all that fucking crap they like all the time. Other than that, you can just like normal shit and just not lie about it.
It's just funny. So there you go. Food across America.
That's right.
And the last thing I got is an actress from Tanzania. Tanzania, sure. Tunisia?
Yeah, Tanzania.
Tanzania? Is that Tanzania? Okay, because I just Tanzania, sure. Her name is Nurmini Safar. Is her name? She's a good, very good looking girl. She said that she has received death threats from Islamist militants after she started streaming live videos of herself belly dancing with the aim of entertaining people in lockdown because of the coronavirus.
Now, is this what I heard about, or is this the second one? There was another woman just getting death threats for, I don't know what, I think it was just for dancing. I think it was like dancing provocatively or something like that.
That would be this. That's probably this one.
So, no, I'm pretty sure this is the second one. Like, this is what Islamists, they're just like everybody else, right? They're on lockdown. They're fucking bored. They got no jihading going on, so they got to find shit online. Oh, she's fucking belly dancing online. We like, shit. Death to America. Whatever. They're just as bored as we are.
Yeah. Personally, I would love to post video and have just one of these fucking Islamists.
I would love for
jihadists
anyone. Now, first of all,
Islamists, that'd be great.
Fucking goddamn Muslim Islamists have to go away. Like, you're next. You're right after. As soon as I'm done with anti-vaxxers, Muslim extremists are next. You're on the list. Don't think you're getting away with your shit much longer.
And you're not far down the list, so I'd start be worrying. So this girl, by the way, the reason why she got pegged out with this is because last year she actually put herself forward as a candidate for the presidential election on a feminist platform in Tanzania.
Oh, crazy.
So, yeah, so she's actually like a fairly well-known person. And, yeah, her nightly dance performances on Facebook have drawn tens of thousands of viewers. And a bunch of whack jobs said, "You're a whore."
That's the thing
like,
with the internet, though. You're
yeah.
going to get, for every 10,000 normal good listeners or watchers or viewers, whatever you get, you're going to get 1,000 freaks. That's just how the internet is.
That's
how
right.
anything is. In any group of 10,000 people, 1,000 of them are freaks. That's just how it is. And you have to deal with that. You get if anyone famous gets death threats, I'm sure even the mildly famous people get death threats. Like I'm sure Hillary Duff still gets them. Like people just like to give death threats.
I personally would enjoy them.
It's like the same guys that go around just clicking the one star, just to fuck with your podcast. Like they just, like it's people just do that just to be shitty people, and that's like there's people that just sit there and go, I'm gonna kill you. This is a death threat. No, they don't mean it. They're just fucking freaks.
So yeah. 7 people died in the middle of an attack in Cameroon. I don't even care.
You gotta think too, like these Islamist extremists, most of them are fucking young, broke ass people living in their parents' house. That's how they have an internet connection. These aren't Osama bin Ladens out there plotting. These are fucking trolls.
Yeah, that's it. That's all they are. They might have their links, but yeah, they're just fucking trolls. Nothing else.
They got their links in the same way I've got my fucking my ordination certificate. They have no links to anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a fucking ordained minister as much as they're a terrorist. They're like, I've got links to Al Qaeda. We can all say that. I can say I have links to Al Qaeda. Prove I don't. No, Cesus, I'm not saying that. But if everyone at Cesus buys an Eric and Gord t-shirt, I will.
No. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Sorry, I was distracted.
Yeah, I'm distracted too. You can't take this stuff seriously. Really, honestly, don't. If it's serious, Eric and Gord will tell you. Other than that, you're fine.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're so far on the button on this. It's just we'll know.
I love when we talk about something and then a week later it's on the news and I'm like, yeah, where were you a week ago? This was news.
Right.
Like, what the fuck? Or I'll listen to another news-based podcast and I'll hear shit 3 days after we did it. And then I go, why the fuck is no one listening to my show? I'm a week ahead of everybody.
I love when we do that, when we mention something, all of a sudden it's like a few days later, all of a sudden it's like hitting the news. Wait, didn't we just talk about that? I'm pretty sure we just talked about that.
Bugs me.
Oh, Eric. Oh, please tell me I can get this fucking page to work.
Again, for those of you who may not have caught the beginning of the show, you can go to ericandgord.live and contact us through there, or you can email directly at gwynethpaltrowsvagina@gmail.com. Disagree with me, please. Or don't. You can also email me and tell me how awesome I am. That's cool, too.
That would be nice. I have some Rose McGowan news.
Oh, goody. Please.
Apparently, Rose McGowan has started a feud with Alyssa Milano.
Of course. Uh-oh. Is Me Too going to have to be Me 1-1 now?
Pretty much. It's because Alyssa Milano had put her support with Joe Biden amid the fact that there's like assault or an assault claim against him with a woman. Jesus. And she has, Roma McGowan trashes fraud Alyssa Milano for backing Biden amid assault claims, invokes Kavanaugh hypocrisy.
Oh my good God. Where do I even start with this fucking bullshit?
But Alyssa Milano's response back was basically her silence on Joe Biden sexual assault allegation was that she says, quote, men deserve due process.
Yes,
and that is amazing to finally hear a woman say that. That's really shocking to hear a woman finally say that men deserve due process, because
I think it's mostly because the women who believe that aren't fucking buying into this whole fucking plot line. They don't care about it. The women who are smart enough to understand that, they're not listening to this bullshit anymore.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And yes, Joe
Which
Biden,
is, that's something
that
actually
deserves due process. And let's not forget, Harvey Weinstein got due process, and he was found fucking guilty. And he was guilty, and that's fine. But he got,
that's right.
He got the trial, and me and Gord certainly didn't indict him before the trial, and a lot of other people did, but you're right. Everyone deserves due process.
Yeah. And Elizabeth Leno said, she goes, I had not publicly said anything about this. If you remember, it kind of took me a long time to say anything about Harvey Weinstein as well, because I believe that even though we should believe women, that does not mean at the expense of giving men their due process and investigating situations.
Exactly. We can't just
start to be fair in both directions.
He can't just be guilty and then have to rebuild his life from shit. We can't just say, oh, this guy's a shitty rapist, and then wait until he proves himself wrong, because the damage is done right at that moment.
That's right.
Like, what if we found out, just hypothetically, I'm not saying this is true or that I think this at all, but what if we just found out tomorrow that everyone was wrong about Bill Cosby and it was all bullshit? Like, what does he do? He can't just be normal again.
Yep. No,
like,
I agree.
If we found out that Bill Cosby was innocent, he would be fucked. His life is fucked forever. Well, he's old, but you know what I mean. Kevin Spacey, he'll never be the same again, whether it's true or not. We've ruined that person with this crap, with Rose McGowan's fucking stupid crap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, here's what Rose McGowan said. She goes, you are a fraud. This is about holding the media accountable. You go after Trump and Kavanaugh saying believe victims. You are a lie. You have always been a lie. The corrupt DNC is in on the smear job of Tara Reid. So are you. Shame. Tara Reid's the lady coming forward about the Biden thing.
I'm not saying the DNC is not corrupt. I think the DNC is corrupt as shit.
I think everything's corrupt. Absolutely.
But that doesn't mean you can't just we got to rally. We got to hate Biden now. Fuck off. One woman come forward. Fuck. It took 3 before anyone took anything about Bill Clinton seriously. When it was just one woman, everyone was like, whatever, it's one woman.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about one woman.
No.
There's got to be way more than one before you get people caring, Rose. Figure it out.
I knew you'd enjoy that one.
God damn, I hate that woman. Or whatever she is.
Where's that fucking email address?
And that's still active. If anyone, you want to get a hold of me, I check that email every day too. It's rosemcgowan@outlook.com. I check it every day. just to see if someone listens to an old episode and they email that. Like all these, I keep on top of all of these emails. If you're
Apple has
listening-
also shipped 1 million face masks a week for healthcare workers. What do you bet they only fit certain things?
Who's shipping what the where?
Apple is shipping 1 million face masks a week for health workers.
Attaboy,
What do you
Apple.
bet they're not the right ones?
Oh yeah, no, they'll only fit one kind of.
It's the Apple version, and they only fit, 9-year-old little boys with autism. That's it.
That's I don't think that's who they would give them to. I'm thinking it's probably not the ones Apple would design.
No, probably not.
By the way, that's what she thinks of that.
Ford, by the way, Ford Mustang is revealing a new Ford Mustang Mach 1 reboot next year.
Yes, they are.
I'm
that
excited.
that might not be the one I'm thinking of. They're also putting the Mustang branding on their new electric vehicle that's coming out next year. They're calling it a Mustang, but it's not a Mustang like at all. They're just rebranding that name.
Oh, I did not know that.
So,
But yeah, that'd be nice to come because I always loved the Mach 1. I always thought the Mach 1 was a wicked car.
I think
That'd be-
most people would agree with you. And
Yeah.
as long as they don't do like what Dodge did when they re-released the what was it they did the when they did the truck, but it was all fucked up.
Yeah.
You know, they or like the Volkswagen Beetle. It's not a Beetle. It's a weird release. Like do a fucking Mach 1. Don't do a pansy fucking 2020 version of Mach 1.
Yeah.
I always thought if you
Yeah.
put out a classic car right now, if you could make it like ergonomically correct and environmentally correct, but if you could put out the classic car bodies in a 2020 vehicle, they'd fly. People would flock to buying them.
Absolutely. I'd be one of them if I had the money.
But don't do a twisted reinvention of it. Do the Mach 1 the way a Mach 1 is supposed to fucking be. Not a weird one that millennials will like.
Yeah. Don't want to make it all smooth. You want to give it some of that still original hard edging.
Exactly. So good. Mustang's got some good shit going on. Ford in general is gonna take over the world next year. They've got the electric F-150, which is it's gonna change the electric vehicle completely. It's gonna outsell the gas F-150, I guarantee. And then if they're doing this, like they're skyrocketing past everybody. And their electric vehicles, they've invested so much money in that they're gonna fucking blow Musk out of the water with his stupid Teslas. I guarantee.
Yeah, no, it's probably true.
Their innovation going on at Ford right now is very, very good. So I'm actually excited to see this.
Some dude hang on, just waiting to get this thing up here. In the UK, a guy had basically created a full-on costume that looks like a giant bush, and he did it so he could sneak out during lockdown.
That's nuts.
It's really good.
Yeah, British people know how to be funny during weird times.
That's just so good. How'd you get out? Pushed it.
Here's the deal, kids. Stay home. Do what you're told. Let's get over this shit. Stop pretending you like shit that you don't like. Let's all just stop lying to each other. We're in close quarters now. We're seeing each other's weird little habits and stuff up close and personal that we didn't notice before. Stop lying. Let's all just be honest. Some good shit can come of this. 100,000 Chinese people aren't going to die this year because of this thing. We're all paying attention to old people for the first time ever. Nobody gave a shit about old people last year.
Nobody gave a shit about old people in January.
Right? This is a good thing. There's good things happening in the world. Go kiss your grandparents. Go be good people. Stop lying. And then, we can turn this into a
One
positive.
thing
We have to turn this into a positive. And there's ways to do that. But the first way is quit lying. We can make goodness out of this. And news people, you could all go to hell. If I didn't hate you before I started this fucking podcast, my God, did I ever learn to hate you since we've done it. You and your fucking bullshit. I didn't know how right I was. I had no idea
freaky, isn't
that
it?
I was this right. You guys are just fucking pure evil. And
Yeah, there's no denying.
this fucking shit you're peddling, trying to scare everybody, and this is not Corona's fault. This is news people's fault. Everything, and they should have to. All the big media companies should have to pay back all the money that the government has to hand out. The media should have to fucking pay that.
Oh, that would be fantastic. I'd be fine with that. I'd be more than fine with that. One thing I have noticed, at least around in my town, is the other day when I was out for a drive, there's a little bridge around the corner from me, and somebody in beautiful colored chalk said, "Stay strong, Milton. We got this." And I thought that was really nice. And we're starting to see these little messages pop up in chalk on people's driveways, on sidewalks, on roads, on walls. So it's nice to see that positivity getting out there and going out and people saying nice things. So it's kind of nice.
What are your numbers in Milton? Do you know?
For Corona?
Yeah. Like, what have you got? When you say we got this,
you know
what do
what?
you got? Maybe you don't got it.
Oh. Hang on, I will tell you in just a second.
It's like I'm not trying to demean Milton. I think it's a wonderful town. It's my favorite town I've never been to. But it's like those 8 dudes in the Northwest Territories saying, "Yeah, we got this." Yeah, you do, because there's 8 of you. How you can? It's easy to mitigate.
Yeah, well, our numbers are low. I know in all of Halton, I think we're up to around 38 in all of Halton Hills. And that covers, like, Milton, Georgetown. That covers, like, 7 major towns.
So it's a nice one. You got it.
It's a nice setting.
You're 38 people.
Yeah.
I'm not insulting Milton. I'm just saying. Let's not pat ourselves on the back too much just yet.
Oh, no, not at all. I do have an update. I just don't know. I'm just waiting for this thing to load up. I want to see what the date of it is. It's showing 12 cases of coronavirus with another Milton man infected. I know there's only one Milton guy that was infected initially. He was in one hospital, then got transferred over to another hospital.
Yeah, that's a good thing. You want to transfer the corona patient around as much as you can.
Yeah. Yeah, as of March 23rd, we had 12. And I believe we're up to 38 right now in all of Halton. And I think Milton has 2.
As far as Canada goes, those are big numbers. So
yeah.
So
so
I take it back.
So there's Milton.
Because 38, that's a big number in Canada.
That's a big number.
We still have nowhere near. Like, we can pretend that it's affecting Canada, but we have nowhere near the numbers of the countries that are being affected by this fucking thing. We're not even in the ballpark. So, we do got this.
Even.
You know why we got this? Because we don't got this.
That's it.
Like, everybody, honestly, how many people do you know that have it? I've yet to have one. There's not one person in my immediate circle or even beyond that have it. Like, nobody I know has it. There's 400 employees at my work, not a single one of them. They're not reporting families, like, nobody. That just the majority of people don't have it. That's just the truth. And you're not going to get it. And just don't fucking let the news convince you otherwise.
So in Canada, according to, as of 6:45 p.m. Eastern EDT, Eastern Daylight Time. I don't know what the fuck that is. Today, Canada has 16,653 confirmed cases, 14 probable, and 323 deaths in all of Canada. And they have tested 336,000 people. Almost 330.
300 deaths, all over the age of 79. We're fine, Canada. Don't let Global tell you we're not. 300, it's tragic. I'm very, very sorry to all of your families. That sucks. But look around. 300 is not an epidemic. We're fine.
Yeah, we're all good.
If we don't get those masks from 3M, we're going to be just okay. Fuck. 300. Jesus. 300 people died in... 300 people died in Africa while you told that story.
Sorry, it's just funny. Quebec is still ruling with 8,580 tests or confirmed cases.
Well, maybe has anyone checked? Because it's possible that coronavirus sticks to shitty attitudes.
And that would explain a lot when you're looking at these numbers, because
right?
You know,
New York, Quebec. Oh, all the places with shitty people, huh?
Ontario's second with almost 44,347.
Yes, because you have the most population. Quebec and Ontario are where all the people are.
Yeah.
That's where all the cases are. There's fucking not anything medically weird about it.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Alberta is next with 1348. BC with 1266. So there's all your ones that are over 1,000, and then the next biggest one is Nova Scotia with just under 300,
which is a big number in Nova Scotia. But
that's a big number. In Nova
every
Scotia.
time you talk about anything ever, Quebec, Ontario, and BC are going to have the most. It doesn't matter, good or bad. We're going to have more than the rest of the country. Whatever you're talking about, all the time. Forever.
But I am stunned that BC has less than Alberta. That's shocking to me. I thought for sure BC would have had the biggest outbreak. I thought for sure.
I would say probably
people coming in and out of China. So
I can't answer. I would say it would probably be just YVR had a better response than the Calgary or Edmonton airport.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore,
that would be probably a safe get.
So
yeah, Newfoundland is after them. Newfoundland after they got 226.
You got to remember the people in Burnaby, Richmond, places where they don't necessarily go to accredited doctors. They're not reporting. You walk through Chinatown, I bet you they're telling... Well, first of all, the downtown east side has no coronavirus. It just doesn't. I've been obviously tracking it. But no one in Chinatown is going to tell you if they're sick or not. Have you ever heard a Chinese guy tell you if he's sick?
No.
No, they don't. Alberta's numbers could be higher just because they're being fucking honest about it. And... there's shady places in Vancouver that you're just not going to hear about. There could be 50 people in Burnaby, 50 people in Chinatown that you're never going to know whether they had it or not because they just won't fucking tell you. And they don't go to regular doctors. And they don't do regular things. And they certainly don't fill out census or surveys or shit. So those numbers are bullshit anyway. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
And that's not saying the virus is going to get worse or better or worse or whatever because they're going to treat it in their community and we're not going to know what goes on anyway. You don't know fuck all that goes on in 2/3 of the greater Vancouver area. They just don't talk. So
yeah.
It's not true. The numbers, you can't listen to them because they're not true.
No, that makes perfect sense to me. Yeah, so Saskatchewan's got 250. Manitoba's got 204. Who do we got over here? New Brunswick's got 103. PEI has 22. That's huge.
Yeah, well,
there's like 50 people on the whole island. So that's huge.
And 48 of them live at Green Gables.
And a half of them have got the fucking virus. The Yukon has 7.
Yeah, exactly.
Northwest Territories has 5. And the largest mass in all of Canada, who actually own for landmass, which is Nunavut, has 0 still.
Yeah, of course they do. No one's going to Nunavut.
No one's going there.
That's why it's called that. Everything, everywhere else has it. They have none of it. Of course they don't have it. That's why I was pissed off 2 weeks ago when they said, "Oh, we need extra help because we're isolated." No, you don't. We're all supposed to be isolated. That's the point in your whole fucking provinces. So shut up.
I do know one thing. If you think you have coronavirus, if you think you have COVID, do not take Advil.
Yeah, well, don't take Advil anyway, ever. Don't take Advil. Don't take Tylenol.
No, it says take Tylenol. Tylenol you want to take, but not Advil. Advil actually makes it worse.
Well, worse than 5G does, I'll tell you that. This has been a very long episode.
Yes, it has.
We babbled on a lot, and it's been a lot of fun, but I gotta call it a night. I actually have shit to do to get ready for work tomorrow. That's weird.
It's weird because usually that's what I always say.
Right? Thanks for listening, kids. Thanks for joining us. Go to the website. Go to the store, ericandgord.stuff.com. Buy your kids some Eric and Gord stuff for Corona Day. We're going to make an anniversary out of this, right? Like, we're going to have, like, Corona Week sales next year and shit. So.
Oh, absolutely.
It'll be like Black Friday, but it'll be Corona Day. It'll be a big party. But go to ericandgordstuff.com. Buy some stuff. Like our website. That would be great. We love you guys. Thank you for listening. Thanks for letting me do this every night. It's the greatest fucking thing in my life. So I hope we're going to do this again tomorrow, but it's kind of up to Gord.
We'll just have to see. Well,
if Gord's not with us tomorrow, I'll be doing a little clip show. I'll throw something real quick together, just like a half hour, just to say hi and thank you. Either way, we won't leave you hanging. So until then, please take care of each other.
Don't be fucking stupid.
Stop eating baklava.
Ew.
Loved what you've heard on this week's episode? Well, the answer is simple. It would mean the world to us if you could head over to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review and feedback. Spreading the word really is the best way to grow our podcast and achieve even greater things. Thank you.
Please be advised that this podcast is meant for educational and informational purposes only and is in no way a replacement for legal or medical advice. The opinions contained within are solely those of the interviewers and interviewees and should be received as so. Those seeking help or advice are encouraged to obtain professional legal and medical services.